Hey, everybody, welcome to the Daily, where we take a few minutes each day to focus on God's Word so that we can find and follow Jesus in every area of our life. Today I'll be reading from Proverbs 22, so let's go. So in Proverbs 22, verse 24 and 25, it says, "Don't be a friend of a person who has a bad temper. Don't go around with a person who gets angry easily. You might learn their habits, and then you'll be trapped by them." I'd like to tell you a story that maybe some of you have heard before. I don't think it matters how many times you've heard it, it can still challenge you each day. So there once was a little boy who had a bad temper. This isn't about me, I promise. His father gave him a bag of nails and told him every time he lost his temper, he had to hammer a nail into the backyard fence. The first day, the boy drove 37 nails into the fence. And over the next few weeks, as he learned to control his anger, because he got tired of hammering, the number of nails hammered down dwindled down. He discovered it was easier to handle his temper than to drive those nails into the fence day after day after day. Finally, the day came when the boy didn't lose his temper at all. He told his father about it, and his father suggested that the boy change it up a little bit and pull out one nail for every day he was able to handle his temper. The days passed, and eventually the young boy was able to tell his father that all of the nails were gone. So the father took his son by the hand. You'd think that it would be a great opportunity. He led them to the fence and said, "You've done very well. Now look at those holes in the fence. The fence will never be the same. When you say things or do things in anger, they just leave a scar, just like all these holes. You can put a knife in a man and draw it out. It won't matter how many times you say, 'I'm sorry,' the wound is still there." That's an interesting story for me. Anger and wounding is a big part of therapy, the therapy world right now, especially working in couples and in families. I see it all the time. The wounds that have been collected fuel future anger, and then that anger ventilated becomes a home for even more anger dumping. I wonder how Jesus wants us to respond to anger. And in Matthew 5, he says that if you do have anger towards others, you need to reconcile it or be subject to judgment. He isn't saying it's sinful to have anger, but he's saying that it can be very, very dangerous, so you got to be careful. He later says to forgive as God forgave us. We hear that all the time. Jesus asks us to create an opportunity for resolution quickly and to forgive no matter what. So here's the bottom line. Anger, it can become a bad habit, almost like a snowball. The great thing is, so can forgiveness and empathy. Choose wisely, because anger can become a trap that doesn't let go. So ask God even right now to help you to be a friend, a parent, a coworker that does not have a bad temper, and then ask Him to find ways to forgive instead. I encourage you to take a moment to ask God to draw you closer to Him today and every day, to put one foot in front of the other and say, "God, here I am, help me." God bless you, everybody, and have a great day.